Hey everyone, welcome back to Evony with Genghis. Just want to talk about this shadow nerfing that's going on. So you wouldn't believe the number of messages I got about this. I don't know if there's just some servers that have low spawn rate or it's actually true. Like if you believe the number of people that have messaged me, it's like honestly like 75. 75 people have messaged me, and that's not really an exaggeration. It has said basically, hey, on our server, our biggest player can't rally bosses anymore. Like our number one, our R5, whoever the top guy is, we're done. We can't rally. So this is a community-wide problem. Now, how do you get around it? Some people have said they've got around it, and they've said a smaller player, another player, has started to set rallies with one troop. So if you want to set rallies with one troop, and then your other player fills it in, and you can still kill the bosses and still rally, but that doesn't solve the problem. This is not acceptable. So this is something we need to rally together as a community. My server has not been affected by it. I guess we're not good enough. We don't bot. We don't do the auto set thing. And I don't know if other servers who are complaining do it or they're just really good at the game. So some people, I know, like some people are like, hey, they're not good at the game. They're botting. Totally that might be happening on some servers. But on other servers, it actually is like, I know I've played with lots of people who find like 300 monsters a day. Like there's really active, good players. And usually it's smaller players who just have, they want to grow and they want a big player to rally for them, and they share the bosses and the guy sets them. And let's face it, this is a game where, especially when you're new to the game and you're playing and you're early on, you're like addicted to the game, right? Like it's like a drug, and you're playing 12 to 16 hours a day. So I don't know what Evony's threshold is, where they think you're taking too many bosses and they lower spawn rate on your server, or now they shadow nerf you and they just make bosses disappear so the one player can't see them. But this is not acceptable. Evony claims, they did this in the last developer call like 1 month ago, and 1 year ago in the previous last developer call, where they said, you're not our target, everyday customer player, you're not our target. Our target is the resource salesman. Okay, so if this is a resource salesman thing that you're targeting, where you have some sort of algorithm where you're going after the resource salesman and they're hitting too many bosses and you're trying to cut back on them, no. You have all the information, the IPs, all this sort of stuff. You have a different way you can solve this. You already tried with, where they limited, like they said servers were full and they limited alt creation on servers. So you already tried that. Like just let things slowly take place. Let the alt creation, the lack of it, the inability to do it, that will eventually hurt salesmen if that is your goal. But let it play out. You don't have to double down. Now, there's another theory out there that maybe this is actually against, because their revenue might be down. So they're doubling down and saying, if you don't buy off us, you're going to buy packs off us. We're going to force you to. We're going to take every other avenue from you. But they shouldn't be squeezing. And, it's like, what was his name? Nelson, holding Bart Simpson upside down at recess, shaking him for money. Like that shouldn't be the solution here. Anyways, continue to let Evony customer service know this is not acceptable. And that's pretty much it. Just know that you're not alone. I want you guys to know, because I guess I'm sort of the medium of receiving these complaints because of the video, and just I guess people think that I'm a good person to send this information to. So I want to pass the message along that you're not alone, and continue to send them messages and say this is not acceptable. There's other games out there, right? I will do this, threaten them, tell them that. And anyway, like, subscribe, leave a comment.